Now, 2025, we need to be understanding the trends. And what I mean by that is, and we've covered this, and if you don't remember me covering Matthew 24, go back to one of the previous prophetic trend videos. They're on YouTube, they're together in a playlist, and the various months are one after another, so you can find them, okay? But we all are to be looking for that day approaching. How do you know the day is approaching? How is it that every time I open my computer and look at all the aggregated news articles, why does it stir my heart to love and good works? Why does it make me want to exhort those around me and have a true heart and be sprinkled and hold fast my confession without wavering and know that the Lord is faithful? How does reading the news do that to me? Because Jesus told me what you see on this slide. There are going to be these trends, and what we're doing today is looking at the ones so far in January and February of 2025. These are going to have birth pain characteristics, which means they're going to be increasingly visible, increasingly frequent, increasingly intense. The intensity level is going to go up, and they're going to impact wider and wider groups of people on earth. Now, remember last time, we just did 2024 in two parts, where I finished up October, November, December, so 3 months over 2 sessions. I showed the 7 prophetic passages that determine the destiny of humanity. We looked at Psalm 83, Ezekiel 38, Daniel 9, Zechariah 12, Luke 21, Revelation 11, and Revelation 13. Now, if you're not in a small group, do you know what a great small group would be? To study one of those prophetic chapters each week for 7 weeks. Just gather a group around you and say, I want to cover the 7 prophecies that determine humanity's future. And if you look back in the prophetic updates, I've shown you the passages and gone through every one of those. Plus, in the 52 greatest chapter study, which you can find it at our website, DTBMA. If you go there, you'll see there's a whole week study on each one. But look at this. Those 7 prophecies, what do they cover? They cover, Psalm 83 talks about a confederacy that's seeking to annihilate the chosen people of promise. Ezekiel 38 talks about an invasion that's coming on Israel. Daniel 9 says the West is going to be seeking to ensure Israel's survival and making promises to them. Zechariah 12 says that finally there's going to be a total worldwide anti-Semitic, just direction of the world that is going to end in what we call Armageddon. Luke 21 says leading up to that, there's going to be deadly terror globally because of weather and health catastrophes. Revelation 11 says there's going to be this 666 money and tracking that's intensifying. And Revelation 13 says global deception and the religion of Satan is going to become everywhere. So what do we see in 2024? And if you haven't seen 2024, the last 2 videos chronologically before this one is a review of 2024. And we saw what's going on with Yemen, how that corresponds with Psalm 83, the global finances, Iran with Ezekiel 38, weapons of mass destruction, fires, Russia in the news, global heat in the news, global plagues, global leadership and AI and the growing dependence on technology, global war headed toward World War III, global poisons in our bodies and the rise of cancers, the kings of the East rising, global anti-Semitism, the 666 indicators, murder increasing, solar flares, weather gone wild, food and water scarcity, earthquakes. There always have been almost all of these things, but they're all going to be kind of ascending, amplifying, just like the birth pains before you take your wife to the emergency room to get checked in for the delivery of your child. This is how the Lord compared prophecy. And what that's supposed to do for us is make us exhort one another and make us walk in purity and holiness. So it's just exciting. There's going to be global fear, deception, martyrdom, and near-earth object.